Y'all ready, kids?
I said it before and I'll say it again.
The whole thing is ridiculous.
You've just tuned in to the greatest radio show on earth. You're listening to the Mixed Talk Radio with Andres T. Your home for news, sports, hot topics, and more. And now the host of the show, Andres T.
Good morning, good afternoon, good day, whenever you're tuning in. How you doing today? I'm your host, Alderete. Thanks for tuning in to Chalk Talk, watching and listening to Chalk Talk here on ESPN Radio 101.7 KQTM FM, Rio Rancho, Albuquerque, on the Mixed Talk Radio, which is on the Mixed Media Network. Show's all about talking news, sports, current events, hot topics, and more. So thank you for tuning in, listening, and watching. Remember, look up all on-demand content. You can catch the past shows, this show, and all shows. Log on, themixmedianetwork.com, themixmedianetwork.com. So get on there. Great on-demand shows and as well. So thanks for tuning in and listening to the Mixed Talk Radio, and I hope you're having a fantastic day. Today's show is going to be awesome. We're going to be talking with some community leaders. We're going to be talking about, when I say community leaders, they do a great thing for the community. I'll be talking with Choyse Music Group, which is an organization to help at-risk youth in the community find their potential in the music industry. So I will have Rick Vigil on the show and David Alderete, also known as Tuck, as well. Remember, you can tune in, catch the show every Saturday morning at 7 a.m. on the radio dial at 101.7 The Team, KQTM FM, Rio Rancho, Albuquerque. And you always catch the Mixed Talk Radio on demand and on iTunes and on the mixmedianetwork.com, THEMIX medianetwork.com. I always invite you to let me know your thoughts. Hit me up with a message, themixtalkradio at gmail.com. And follow me on Twitter, twitter.com/AndresT23, and I'll follow you right back. So, all right, let's get things started. And I'm excited to be here with you today. And let's bring in our guests. And I have no strangers to the show. I have Rick Vigil and David Alderete from Choyse Music Group. How the fellas doing? What's up?
Good, man. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
Doing good. Surviving this heat.
Surviving
in
the
the
heat.
Duke City.
What would you call it earlier? A sandbox.
Surviving the heat in the sandbox.
That's cool. No worries. Like I said before, you guys are no strangers to the show. We had you on back, and Kiana was joining us, but she couldn't make it today.
Not today. No, I let her. This is big boy stuff.
This is big boy stuff.
I'm just playing.
No worries. Last time we had you on the show, it was a great show, great turnout, lots of listeners, lots of viewers. They had a great time with it, and it's awesome. So let's dive in, and we'll talk about this event coming up here shortly. But first off, let's give our listeners and viewers an idea of Choyse Music Group. Rick, you're the head guy. You're the head of honcho of Choyse Music Group.
A little bit, yeah.
Okay, a little bit.
We're partnering. This is my partner David, and it began with me, but as time grew and we've grown and stuff, I had to balance it out, man. So I got my right hand man, and he's my partner in crime, and we're doing it. It's been good.
So the partnership. Is things going good? Things are growing.
Dude, things are going really good. We're growing. This show that we have coming up in July on the 21st is just the beginning of what we feel is going to be a big change, especially for our city. And it was actually David's the one that helped put this together.
Okay.
He played a major part in putting this together. But it's been good.
All right, let's give our listeners and viewers an idea of who you are. David, you've been around in the hip hop scene. That's your thing.
Yeah.
How long have you been doing music?
I've been doing music for, I'll say, I'm 25 years old. I've been doing music for like 26 years old, or 26 years.
Okay.
So somewhere like that.
When you're in your mom's womb, you were doing your music.
Yeah.
Okay. What is it about hip hop? Why do you do music?
It's just something about it that it speaks to the people. It's like something that you can give. You live certain life or go to certain things, and you could speak back to people that's actually done the same or live the same life, or you don't want them to live the same life, so you can reach out.
Yeah, that's what it's all about. Now, Rick, music, has it always been in your family, your life?
The same, man. I was born into music. 3 years old, banging on pots and pans. 4 years old, hitting strings. Same type of thing. I just grew up with it, and then very involved in church with it, stuff like that. As a kid.
Yeah.
But I'm 27. And I've been fully active since a teenager.
Okay.
And then as I after high school and all that, really took it on real serious. So.
And hip hop as well, right?
Hip hop has been the biggest influence in my life. It's a culture that I grew up in. It's something I couldn't avoid it. And I mean, it was funny because I can remember walking through my house and hearing Earth, Wind, and Fire.
I just saw that post on Facebook the other day.
Yeah. My mom, what made me post that is my mom was rocking it, and I was like, oh, do you remember? You know what I mean? It brought me back to my childhood and stuff. Yeah, but she was always influenced Santana, Kool and the Gang. You know, and then as I've grown up and just hearing other things, and I played bass for a while, so different influences with that and stuff like that. But hip hop, man, I mean, come on, I couldn't. I heard the first time I heard Biggie. It was like, whoa, who's this dude? It was all the dream. You know what I mean? It just, been hooked ever since. So,
you know what? That's cool. I know a lot of individuals out there kind of feel that hip hop is kind of negative in a way, but it really doesn't have to be that way. No, I mean, tell me your thoughts on this.
Man, it's hard to say because if you've grown up around with hip hop influencing you, you know it's a culture and there's a very positive vibe to it, but it gets a bad rap. It's just hard to say. It's hard to pinpoint it sometimes because it seems like I have a hard time understanding country music. I have a hard time understanding, let's say, personally, I don't know. probably country music. Not that I don't dislike country music. Taylor Swift, you rock. Big fan. But it's hard for me to really understand the culture of it. You know, I didn't grow up with the cowboy hat and whatever.
That's just basically your life influence.
Exactly. You know, so it's hard to. I think that plays a major role. If you're looking at it from an outside perspective, you kind of judge it on certain things, and sometimes people like to pick out the negative things about it rather than the positive things about it. And how people have turned their lives from nothing to something. Some of these people have came up with nothing. I mean, I can't give you my whole life story, but personally, I had nothing. You know, I came up with nothing, and through music and through hip hop, I'm able to be passionate and
tell a story. That's what it kind of seems like. You know, every hip hop song out there, well, that I listen to, it tells some sort of a story. And like you said, it does. It's interesting that people do pick up on the negative stuff.
Yeah.
You know, why can't we all just be positive? That's all.
Why can't we all just get along?
So let's dive into Choyse Music Group. And for those who may not know, and I'm sure everyone's seen it all over Facebook. I mean, it's plastered all over social media. I mean, you see it around town. Choyse Music Group is on the rise, and so what exactly is Choyse Music Group for those who don't know?
Choyse Music Group is a crew. We're a crew of people that love music, love God, love family, love music. Put it in a nutshell that way, and we do all of those to the fullest, pretty much. We have a studio. It's called Choyse Studios, and that's where we rock out at. That's where a lot of people from the city have been coming by more and more. Some of the people that you've seen on this new show we got coming up, we've worked with them for the last 6 months here and there, and so we've been putting this together. But CMG in a nutshell is just a crew of people that love music, and we love God, we love our family, and we're like a family. We're like a tight-knit family, and everybody in is really talented, man.
Now,
really.
Choyse, it's not spelled your typical choice, but how do you spell Choyse?
Choyse.
Okay, and what was it about this the spelling? Why'd you guys go with that spelling?
Well, Rick's kind of crazy, man.
I don't know. I think with the it's hip hop.
Okay,
you know what I mean. You have people who try. We switch it up sometimes, and so I wanted just to switch it up.
Okay,
I don't want it. Well, you know, actually, it's funny. Sometimes when you put in Choyse, you get like the Choice Awards and stuff like that. So I was like, you know what, man, they're going to start to spell it different. I'm going to change this up.
Yeah. So when you do Google it or something like that, it'll come directly to you guys.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I like you're thinking behind that. Yeah, you got that thing. All right. You did mention that it's a music studio as well, right?
Yes.
Okay. Is this a public music studio?
Yes, it is.
It's
open to anybody, everybody.
Any genres?
Anything.
Okay.
Anything. We've recorded jazz musicians. We've recorded Spanish music. We've recorded,
violinists,
trumpet. This guy who plays the trumpet really good. He comes in and rocks out stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, a little bit of everything. Of course, hip hop is what we're dived into.
That's your, you know.
Yeah.
That's what you're.
That's our baby, but we still do everything, and we're pretty proficient in everything that we do.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah. Nice studio right there right between Carlisle and Washington.
And it is fairly new, right?
Yes, we just moved there in January, so we've been there 6 months now. growing, beautiful place. It was nothing, man. It was an ugly
It was a box.
it was an ugly box. But yeah, we
You guys put
a
together
little bit
pretty
of paint and some spit shine. It's good.
well.
Yeah.
Yeah. How long has Choyse Music Group been around?
We've been around consistently now for about 2 years, over
Okay.
2 years. Yeah. Yeah.
All right, and it's growing as a family. I mean, it started with just you two in the beginning, and then
Yeah.
did you guys just grow from there?
Yeah, it was me and my sister Kiana.
Okay.
We were sitting in the living room with a nickel and a hope, and and then if you fast forward, my boy David came along, and it just started growing. As people would come along, we would involve them more, and they wanted to get more serious about instead of doing it as a hobby, doing it as an artist. You know, they wanted a development. They wanted a team to help mold and shape them.
Well, do you
into that.
feel like okay? I guess out there, I mean, I'm from Valley, South Valley. I've been where it's low, poor parts of town. I know how it is, and so tell me a little bit about like your thoughts on the hobby thing. I mean, many individuals out there kind of just do it because they do it, but they don't know that they can actually make either a career out of it or they could make their life and revolve their life around it.
Man.
Talk about that.
I truly believe that, and I'm living proof of it. David's living proof of it, that with enough hard work, you can do whatever you want to do. It's going to come down to how passionate you are about it.
Yeah.
I made a conscious decision to say, I'm not going to do this as a hobby. That was cool, but I'm going to take my passion to as a career. And what I really began to do was put myself around people who were like-minded,
Okay.
people who were talented, people who were smart, people who were growing. And I have this saying, and I've told everybody and their mother this, but if you always hang around threes, you're going to be a three. But when you decide to put yourself around tens, all of a sudden you start developing into a 10. And so I made a decision honestly, man, I came with nothing. I had nothing. I was welfare growing up. It was nothing, dirt poor. But I have a wife and 3 kids now, and we're doing okay. I'm not saying that we're, Bill Gates or anything, but
Yeah.
with enough hard work, you can do it.
Get to that point.
Yeah,
you can make it
Definitely.
happen.
it can happen. Yeah, and that's the biggest thing. People, they take it as a hobby and they want to do it, but they're afraid to take that educated risk.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're afraid
Yeah.
to take that step towards actually doing it.
Success, maybe afraid of success. Do you think that's part of it?
I think it's more afraid of failure because
Okay.
there's so much artists out here that are rapping, but not artists out here that are doing music for a
Okay.
living. So there's a difference between rapping. A lot of people rap. There's some good rappers out here, but like the hobby and for a career, it's like you have to take that extra step and say, all right, well, this is what I'm going to do. You're going to do this and actually do it instead of just, oh, well, I got this beat. Let me rap on it.
And growing, not being afraid of change, not being afraid to take corrective criticism, not being afraid to say, you know what, man, maybe I shouldn't do it this. Maybe I
To
should.
be, coachable. I mean,
Yeah.
a lot of people don't feel like they feel like they got it. They're in.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
is it. I'm
Yeah.
doing it. I can do it. I got the talent. But then when they get, criticized, and I'm sure there's no negative criticism when it comes to you guys. You guys are always constructive. And so they can't handle that. And a lot of people can't handle that constructive criticism.
Yeah, it gets hard. It gets hard for people to, and I mean,
What I do want to say though, like it has been like that, but recently, what we've been noticing is that it's changing out here. The music scene out here is changing, and people are to that point. If you look at the lineup on the show, everyone at that point is doing music for a career. These are artists that are taking it serious, and they have grown, and there is growth out here. It's just people haven't seen someone be someone out here, so it's like, well, why am I going to try for it if no one's ever done it?
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, well, it just seems that it's a common denominator here in New Mexico when
Yeah.
it comes to any industry,
Anything,
really.
right.
But real quick, I did want to say, though, Choyse Music Group is all about teaching, learning, growing. You guys do an internship program. Talk about that.
We got. It's called the Right Choice Movement.
Okay.
In a nutshell, it's a program that helps at-risk youth, knuckleheads who are just like me and David.
Not me.
Not just
I don't
me.
want to work with people like me.
Yeah, we through a certain process, man. We find these youth, and there's a certain amount of guidelines they have to follow, especially when they're in school and stuff like that. But we bring them in, we give them a shot at doing music and doing it on a whole nother level, doing it differently, taking it serious. We coach them, but throughout the program, we're mentoring them to make the right choice.
I like that. Okay. I like your little catchphrase. It's my choice.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Or do you ever say it's your choice?
I'll say it's our choice sometimes. I'll say it's my choice sometimes. Yeah.
I like it. Now, when you do this, when you mentor these kids, these youth, I mean, what does it do for you? I mean, personally, what is it about mentoring and showing them and coaching? What does it personally do for you?
There's nothing like giving back, man. There's nothing like giving back. What it does is it helps me know that when I was a kid, I wish I would have had something like this. When I had nothing, I wish I would have had something like this. I would have somebody to reach out and just say, hey, it's not much, but I can do this for you. And so it does that. It does that for me. You know what I mean? That's what it does. At the end of the day, I can say, okay, it's not much, but I'm giving back. I'm giving back to my community, to my city.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And what about you?
Like the way I see it is like, if you could change one kid's life, like say for instance, I have 4 kids, so I try to be the best influence in my kids' life. They see me with my wife, and they see me the way I act in my career. But if I live my life right and could change one kid's life, then that kid will be an influence in his friends' lives. And if I had a good even influence as one of my friends growing up, who knows, things could have been different for me. Mm-hmm. But that's what I'm trying to give back now. If you could change one kid's life, you could change that ripple effect is massive. Yeah. Okay. That kid could grow up to be the next Lil Wayne and talk about nothing about positive music and have the whole world talking about clouds and butterflies.
Yeah, and peace and everything like that.
And we've seen it. We've seen in the short time that we've ran the program, we've already seen big results.
Huge results.
Matter of fact, there's one kid, his name is Martin, and he was one of the first guys to come along. He worked with us, and then got back in school, and he started his own club.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was like it was a Bible club that he ran, but I mean, he started with like 4 kids. He wanted just to make a difference. Wow. Ended up being like 80, 90 kids, man.
In a high school.
In high school. And you're talking, he started it at the second part of the semester, and by the time school was out, it was already up to like 90 kids. And so small things like that, we're already seeing huge
Well, how many
results.
youth are currently under you guys?
We have 6 right now.
Okay. 6 youth, and but then we also work with not only youth, but we have like 4 more individuals that we work with to do that. But like say the other 4 individuals are older in our age group and stuff. Yeah. But everyone still needs help out.
Yeah,
I mean, it doesn't matter if you're a kid, if you're an adult, you still need influences in your life. And when you're getting older, you need nothing but good influences in your life. Yeah. So that's what we try to do.
Last time I mentioned about the Tiny Toons Club, which is pretty cool. How's that coming along since last time we talked?
It's coming, especially now that summer's here. It's been good.
Have you gotten some kids?
Yeah, man.
Really dope kid artists.
It freaks me out. What's cool, what I like is that you get these kids in here and they have no complexes. Uh-huh. Like, as you.
Yeah, you're set in your ways as you get older. You kind of have your own mannerisms.
And then you're trying to be like Mr. Jay-Z. You know what I mean? And you're like, no, man, can you switch that up? No, man, this is me. Okay, big head. These kids, they come in here and they're just like.
It's like a blank slate.
Oh, man, it's so cool. And then you tell them, hey, try it this way. Okay. And they just do it, man. They're like unicorns and glitter and stuff. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's really, really cool.
That's cool, man.
Happy music.
Yeah.
And I mean, there's some kids that, do you see some talented kids coming in, little kids? That, you're like, okay, this guy with the right development, with the right coaching, they're going to go far.
Yes. Big time.
Wow.
Big time.
And especially out here in New Mexico, it's really crazy, man. There's really some super, super talented people out here. And I think that's one of our biggest things giving it back to is if someone's super talented, well, come on, let's just work. Let's get something going. Mm-hmm. Because there's so much opportunities, but yet so much little people people don't want to give out opportunities to the next guy. Mm-hmm. So it's like not everyone, but people hold each other down.
It just seems I gotta say, I love New Mexico. That's my home state and all that. But sometimes it just seems like everyone, if they can get ahead, they want to hold somebody else down. Yeah. And I'm all about like working together to, let's both grow together. Let's both rise together.
And we're trying to bridge that. We're trying to bridge that
gap.
This concert we have coming up is our first attempt to do that. We've reached out to, matter of fact, we reached out to a lot of people. even people we hadn't worked on with hands-on, you know. And for some reason, they never got back to us or whatever, but which is fine because we're going to work with them in the future.
Yeah.
I'm saying that, you know, out of faith or whatever, but this is our first attempt at just bridging that gap. You know, you can't look at a book and just judge it. You got to dive into that thing and go from there.
At least read the last 3 pages.
At least read that introduction. And yeah.
That's good. Now, you know, bringing up the event, it is the Great Commission, and that's taking place July 21st. You know, this is going to be huge.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys look like you guys got a lot of people on board. I see LB with Power 106.3 going to be hosting it.
Yes. Good friend of mine, man. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's going to be good. It's July 21st, Warehouse 508. Doors opening at 6 o'clock. Tickets are $10. And the lineup is...
Who do we got? You know, lay down there. I mean, I'm sure everybody wants to kind of see.
Let's see. We got Bamboozle. We got Envy. We got Griff Lamar.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's doing...
Yeah, he actually saw his video up on BET not too long ago.
Yeah, he's doing really well. He got the song on 97.3 right now and stuff. He's doing really good. We got, of course, Albie's hosting it.
Malik Swain.
We got Malik Swain. We got another... Diverse. Another young guy named Kush. We got, of course, CMG is going to be in the house. We're actually headlining it. Jamar. Man,
Okay.
Jamar is another big influence on this city. He's doing a whole different style of music now, and yeah, really
Dude,
cool.
So the lineup, I mean,
we got more artists too. We have more artists.
There's a few more that
That's
we're
a special-
saving. Yes,
yeah.
special guests and
prizes.
then
Yeah.
openers. Yeah, but these are the main ones on the ticket and
Now
stuff.
you just put this event together because, like you said before, this is part of showcasing
Yes.
what the talent's out here.
Yeah, and we do music. I mentioned the comment earlier about 3s and 10s. We want to just take it to another level, and yeah,
And just do it.
if you were all 10s, everyone starts becoming 20s. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When you're ready to a certain point, it just blows up out of there. And then with all these guys, you've already seen like Griff, say for instance, he's already doing good music.
Yeah.
Swain, Boozle, Kush, Envy. Special shouts out to Envy. She's tearing it up. She's doing shows everywhere.
Yeah.
But
works really hard.
Yeah. All these dudes, everyone in the show is doing really, really great music right now. And I think.
And is it kind of one of those things where I'm sorry to interrupt, but is it kind of one of those things where you're like you surround these put all these all-star acts together and they all kind of help each other out because hey, you know, I'm helping you out and we grow together. We'll do something together down the way. Is in a way is it kind of like a networking thing down the way?
It's all of that.
Okay.
It's all of that.
It's always that.
Yeah.
It'll always be that. But like say for a show, we'll give a little preview of what's going on. You're gonna have all of these superstar acts not superstar acts, but superstar acts, right? You have all these dudes do their set,
Yeah.
and then you have everyone doing their set, and then say last show, you're gonna see all these dudes or last act, all these dudes gonna be doing songs together, and that's where we're at, and that's
cool.
what we want to show people that it's not just everyone's good, but look at what we do together, and the things that everyone could accomplish together, it's crazy.
And the other part is we want you to know that there is some really good talent here in New Mexico. So I don't know if you've been out to any local shows or whatever you've been to. This one's going to be a little different. I can guarantee you that the lineup on this show you haven't seen yet. I mean, they're talented. Everybody on here, they work twice as hard that anybody ever seen.
I think maybe individuals out there may have seen them independently or
Right.
by themselves here and there, but you got the whole shebang with all of them coming together.
Exactly.
One big show.
Exactly. And then you know how CMG gets down. I think you've experienced
Yeah, we were
that
at
personally.
Evolution, man.
Yeah.
I was over there and you guys rocked it out, man.
That was a small taste of what we did.
It was
so.
great, man. I was
Yeah.
like, you know what? This is the show right there.
Yeah.
I mean, I know that night it was kind of late, but
Yeah.
when you guys got started, I think it was like midnight when you guys went on.
Yeah.
But I was there and I was watching it and I'm like listening to it and I'm like, you guys put on a show. I mean, you know, a lot of people can't do that. They just go up there, just mess around, and it's like whatever.
Yeah.
But you guys actually put on a show and rock the house. I mean,
Yeah.
I would say you guys were the best of the evening.
Yeah. Thank you.
Appreciate it. That's what we're trying for, man. That's what we're trying for.
This one's getting even better. Live instruments, drums, live DJ, keyboards,
So it's gonna be a great package.
lions, tigers. We're gonna have trapeze going on wires.
You better come and check that out.
We got the Blue Man Group.
They're doing their everything with paint, Yeah, it's going to be a
Yeah.
whole shebang. And how much are tickets?
$10.
$10, and where could you get your tickets at?
You can get your tickets at 4200 Lomas, right between Carlisle and Washington. That's Choice Studios. That's what you can pick them up there.
All right.
You can get them
Or
online. Yes, you can. Yeah, online. Salmora.com.
Holdmyticket.com.
Same thing. They're listed there. The Great
Okay.
Commission. Yeah.
All right, now, real quick here, what are some of your influences? I mean, why is it that you continue to do what you do? Is it, do you have an idol? Do you have a role model that you're like, hey, that I like this. This is who I'm gonna be. This is what I'd like to do, David.
I'd say first of all, the reason I do what I do is my wife and kids. I have you see people live a certain life, and you want to give that to them, their life to them. So that's what I'm doing. But I'd say, business wise, I'd say my influence is like Jay-Z and Kanye West. You could rap for a living, and that's cool. But these people that do business for a living is like, wow, you see what it takes, especially when you're doing owning your own business and stuff. You see what it takes to become that, and you get really inspired by some of these dudes' stories. And honestly, I want to be someone that inspires people. So 10 years, 20 years from now, when the tides are turned, when someone else is sitting in your chair and someone else sitting in my chair, they want to say, oh, well, Took, I want to be like Took.
David, yeah, man, he's rocking. Yeah. And what are some of your influences, Rick?
Let me see. Well, first, like I said, I do God, family, music.
Don't forget me.
Yeah, man. David inspires me every day. Nah, man. I love God, I love my family, and I love music. And so I got gifts. I want to put those things to work.
And that's what keeps you going.
That's what keeps me going. It's not just the music.
Okay.
It goes way beyond the music. Music is what fuels it, and it's something that I can't put out since I was a little kid. So it's just a constant thing, and I keep it at the front of what I do, and it motivates me every day. Yeah.
And that's what it's all about, man. So we're winding down on time here, but I want to ask you real quick, future projects other than the commission happening, any other projects, any other events coming up after?
We're
This is the beginning.
I'm like, okay, a list of 11 things, pick 2. Let's see. We got a lot of out of town projects coming up. Personally, within the studio, we have Jamar. He's dropping his album shortly here. Kiana's album is actually in the process of being mastered. You can get it on iTunes. We have Dave Took, he has a collaboration with a lot of these people that are on this show, and he's dropping an album that's going to be like a huge New Mexico showcase, kind of on a CD that's coming probably early October.
Sweet.
So all these projects are dropping like that. Musically, on top of that, we're tying it all into showcases. We're tying it all into shows coming up. I can't really say too much because we're locking and negotiating that stuff in. But we have a lot of out of town stuff coming. We're probably gonna blow Roswell up. That's in the works. We're gonna blow Farmington up, and then we're moving up towards Las Vegas, Nevada.
Blow up the Southwest.
Yeah, stuff like that. Yeah, man. There's some stuff in Phoenix right now being negotiated, stuff like that. So, yeah.
All right, real quick, the commission. Give us the 411 one more time.
One more time. It's July 21st, the Great Commission, huge New Mexico showcase featuring some talented artists. Tickets are $10. It's at Warehouse 508. Easy to find right there on First and Lomas.
Tell all your friends. It's all ages.
It's an all ages event. You don't want to miss it.
Holdmyticket.com.
Holdmyticket.com, salmora.com, or come by the studio, 4200 Lomas, right between Carlisle and Washington.
Sweet. And if they're interested in jumping in and joining you guys, either through their ministry, just through your mentorship program, or just to stop in to record something, where can they get a hold of you?
You can go to Rick at choicemusicgroup.com. You can go to choicemusicgroup@gmail.com.
Website, Choice Music Group has a website?
Yes, www.choicemusicgroup.com. All the contact information is there as well, cell phone, all that type of good stuff. You can.
That sounds good.
Please, let's connect.
Rick Vigil, David Alderete, Took. Thanks, guys, for coming on to the show. You know again, it's always a pleasure to have you on. You're friends of the show, and I love having you guys on, talking with you guys, and chatting with you guys, and talking about what's going on. Having a great time.
We appreciate you, man. Big shout out to Andres with the mix, man. Thank you for all this opportunity, and you're an awesome friend, and look forward to doing it more in the future.
Hey, I appreciate it. So we'll catch you guys over at the show. All right, we are at the end of the show today. So I'd like to thank you for tuning in and listening and watching to the Mixed Talk Radio. I had a great show talking with Rick Vigil and David Alderete about Choyse Music Group and what to expect at their upcoming event. And it's going to be a showcase that you will not forget. So make sure you catch them on July 21st. That'd be fantastic. So hit me up with a message anytime you want. I want to know your thoughts. And hey, don't be afraid. So follow me on Twitter. I'm on Facebook as well, facebook.com. Yes, sirree. And follow, like the show, and all that great stuff. And catch all the show on demand at themixedmedianetwork.com. themixedmedianetwork.com. Well, I'm done here today. I'm your host, Alderete T. Thanks for tuning in to Chalk Talk, airing on ESPN Radio 101.7 The Team, KQTM FM Rio Rancho Albuquerque, on the Mixed Talk Radio on the Mixed Media Network. I'm Alderete T. Have a great day. I'm signing you out.